Do you know how to build an ark?
Wow, no, I don't.
I don't know either. We're fucked, aren't we?
We're screwed.
Oh, should we get the show on the road?
Yeah, I think so.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Hello, friends, and hello, foe. And join with blah, 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 blah. And welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. That's good. That's
Joining
good.
with me today is the man who's going to start a tech company called Avocado. It's Jono.
Avocado. Yep, we're going to sell big...
tablets called blah, blah, blahs.
That's right. Sounds like a plan. But I tell you what else sounds like a plan, Joshua.
What is?
What we've got on the lineup for
I'm
today's
so
show.
excited.
It's
going to be a great show.
It's going to be a great show because I'm coming out with a game first off. When's the last time I've done that?
Have we ever started with a game?
I feel like maybe the one-star game once, but we're trying it.
We're
going to
starting
see if
with
we
a new game.
And what else is crazy?
And I get to do the game.
You get to play the game, and it's a game that was devised by Mr. Michael Rolls, friend of the Comedians.
Friend
so
of the
if it's
podcast.
shit, that's why I'm putting it first. If it's shit, we blame him. We move on with the show. But if it's good, then
we'll take it. It's not his.
We'll take it.
He's given it to us. After that, Jono, I've got a question to pose to the people because
The people are helpful.
And it's that, are doctors scary again?
Look, I've been to the doctor in the last week as well, so we can nut this one out
There's no
together.
way we have already answered that question or could answer that question.
It's pretty obvious.
It's not obvious.
If you know us as people, you know how we feel about doctors. But we'll figure it out. We'll figure
talk
it
about
out.
it.
Then, Joshua, I'm going to get cancelled at some point during this show. And I need a backup plan, right?
All right, okay.
So you and I are going to nut out our backup plan together.
Okay.
I'll get more into it as we get later on in the show.
I'm so excited for this. You hyped me up for that one over text.
Get ready for it. I said I've got some steam that I'm bringing to this show.
That's what I've been told. Finally, Jono, I represented us with King Mike at PAX.
You did.
Went around with PAX, had some fun with people.
He's the honorary comedian on.
Yeah, honorary comedian on.
You went to PAX. I don't know what the fuck PAX is.
We're not talking about PAX though.
We'll get into it.
We're talking about meeting celebrities.
Oh.
And I'll get to that.
Do we like meeting celebrities? We'll find out. Is it time
next
for the next slide?
You have a game for me.
I do. When Rollsy Rolls, friend of the show, says, I've got a game for you while you're driving in the middle of the bush, you say, tell me the game.
Tell me the game.
Because I've got time. Tell me the game. Now, I wasn't expecting big things. To be honest, I wasn't expecting big things because this happens to me. People go, you've got a podcast. You should talk about this. You should play this game. Hey, this game though played on Triple M. You should do it. That would be really funny.
It's really funny because people probably say that to you a lot.
Yeah.
You know what my dad always recommends me is the opposite. My dad will listen to like
you shouldn't have done this segment or
interesting think segments on like Triple R where they talk about long form segments about like music or something. And they go, you need to think of something to talk about. And I go, yeah, we talked about, the doctors that one time. We talked about
the Daffodil Festival.
He said, oh, yes, I listened to a radio show that went for 2 hours and it was about this. I'm like,
that's right. When people suggest stuff.
I'm not opposed to it. I like listening to them sometimes. We are not that show.
We're not that show.
No, we're not.
This suggestion, I'm like, this sounds right up my street.
Is it up my street?
Oh, it sure will be.
Oh.
Have you ever been to Dulux before, the paint store, or Bunnings, or anywhere where they sell paint?
I don't mind a little paint store.
Do you know what a paint swatch is?
Is that
it's the little card? Yeah, with the colour. And they'll say like meadow green or
Baby, but they're different shades of the same colour.
Yeah, different colours and
different
whatnot.
Colours.
Now, there's this trend that's been going around on the internet, and some of the names for the paint swatches are quite odd. They're quite funny, and they don't remotely describe what the actual colour is.
Oh, okay.
So the challenge for you, Joshua, I've got 5 swatch names, right?
Okay.
And you're going to, I've got multi-choice. There's 3 options for each, 4 options for the last one because it's a little bit of fun.
I'm excited.
And you've got to try and guess what the colour is.
We're going 3 out of 5? 3 for 5?
We'll go 3 out of 5.
I'm going to be honest. I think I'm going to be 0 out of 5 for this.
Yeah, that's right. But the point of this is not to see how good you are at guessing paint colours, is to see how stupid they are.
Okay.
All right.
I'm excited. Okay.
So, are you a fan of the saxophone by any chance?
I don't mind the saxophone.
Oh, that's good. Because question 1, the swatch is called Careless Whispers. Now, is Careless Whispers bringing anything to your mind right now?
I've got a couple colours swimming up there.
Well, hold on to your colours.
Okay, good.
Is Careless Whispers A, soft green? Is it B, a pinky gold? Or C, a silvery gold?
That's not good. pinky gold, silvery gold, and a light green are not what I had in mind.
Yeah, we got like a soft green, like a pastel-y green.
I was thinking a pastel blue. And I was thinking like a dark purple.
Or dark purple.
That's what I had in my hand for.
But
for
there's none of
Whispers.
them. So if I said soft green to you, do you envisage the saxophone?
Here's what I'm thinking. Okay. Go with me on this.
I'll go with you.
Careless Whispers is a saxophone. What were the last two other than the green?
Pinky gold.
And
silvery gold.
Silvery gold.
Yeah.
It's got to be one of the gold ones.
So you're
Otherwise,
eliminating
are you going to
green.
bamboozle me? This is one of those things where
I would never bamboozle
Okay,
you.
I see two ways this is going. One of these is it's definitely green, and I should have just gone with it because I said blue and purple to begin with.
Yep.
And that's close to that.
Yep.
Or you've gone, a Careless Whisper is a saxophone, and he's brought up saxophone, and he's put it in my head now.
If you want a little hint of how I wrote these questions, the three options I wrote with the colours that, well, one of them is correct, and then the two others that I would imagine the colour would be if I was told it. So we've got, I'm going to need an answer,
I'm going to go
Mr.
green.
Joshua.
I'm going to go green. I've been
disappointing.
bamboozled.
It's pinky gold.
What the hell?
Pinky gold.
Pinky
Careless
gold.
Whispers. Pinky gold.
Ugh,
Number
I hate
two.
pinky
Now
gold.
this one will be much easier.
I'm
much
sure.
easier.
I'm sure.
Snugglepuss.
Snugglepuss.
Is Snugglepuss, when you're at Bunnings, right? You go, I really want some Snugglepuss to paint my wall. Is Snugglepuss A, lilac, B, beige, or C, sky blue?
I'm going to lock it in right now, lilac.
Lilac?
I'm lilacing. Let's
Correct.
go.
Well done.
There was no way around it. That one was a
lovely
Snugglepuss
colour.
all the way through.
Why it couldn't just be called lilac, I don't know. But Snugglepuss
screams lilac.
Well done.
It was what was in my head.
Now, this is probably my personal favourite name.
I'm excited.
Right? Actually, it's
Cornrows.
not. It's not my favourite name.
Is it called Cornrows?
It's not called Cornrows.
Is it called
It's pretty good, though.
Bambi?
You're never going to get this. It's called Dead Salmon.
Dead salmon.
Is
Well, Bambi's
dead
kind of
salmon
dead salmon.
A, red, B, black, or C, brownie pink?
Oh, no, you did the brownie pink.
Because we've got blood, we got death, and then we got a combination of blood and death.
Dead salmon.
Dead salmon.
Well, dead salmon could be all three of those.
Have you ever eaten dead salmon?
Well, I think in some ways, if you have salmon, it is dead salmon.
So what color? What color was dead salmon?
I don't want to say brownie pink. I'm not going to say it.
He's not going to say brownie pink.
I'm going to go, and I don't think this is correct.
Okay.
I'm going to go
Then
with
don't
my
say
heart.
it. If you don't think it's correct, don't say it.
Then I'm going to go red. Oh.
It's brownie pink, my friend.
I should have just said brownie pink.
Brownie pink.
That's exactly what dead salmon looks like.
That's what dead salmon looks like. I gave you the answer. You didn't want to take meat advice from a vegetarian. I understand.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So you're currently
1 for 2.
One from three. One from three. There's two more left.
I can get two in a row.
You can get two in a row
right now.
You can't because this is very difficult. Number 4, disco nap.
Disco nap.
Is disco nap A, fluoro green, B, grey blue, or C, pastel yellow?
Well, if a disco had a nap.
Disco nap. If you were painting your wall disco nap, and you looked at it every day and said, that's disco nap.
Here's what I think.
Okay.
If you're at a disco.
Yes.
And that disco had a nap.
Had a nap. What colour
I
would it
think
be?
it would be grey blue.
You reckon it would be grey blue?
Blue's my guess.
You looking in blue, grey blue? It's pastel yellow.
Pastel yellow. This is impossible.
I got
one. I can't believe I got one.
There's one more. You might get 2.
I might get 2 from 5.
Now,
2 out of 5.
number 5
is out of 4. It's even harder.
It's out of 4. Pretty ugly. Now, is it pretty or is it ugly? We don't know.
We don't know.
Or is it both? Is
Maybe
that the
it's
trick?
both.
Is pretty ugly A, pinky blue? Do you like the way I've described the colours, by the way? Is it A, pinky blue, B, brownie pea green, C, orange, or D, corn fritters?
Corn fritters. I see what you've done there.
Yeah.
Jono's made fun of me again with the corn fritters again.
The corn fritters. It will always be there.
Corn fritters.
I like that. I see what you've done. You're making fun of me.
You're making fun of me. I am going to go
pinky blue, brownie green, orange, or corn fritters?
Orange. Lock it in, Nettie.
You're looking in orange?
I saw you hovering over the red. It was never going to be good.
It's brownie green, my friend. So
that one made sense, though.
Mate, I even found, it made sense. Pretty ugly, brownie green. Anyway, I was hoping you'd guess corn fritters. I didn't get to use the applause sound effect. That's a shame.
Is that what you would have done if I said corn fritters?
Yeah. Anyway, next slide.
Yeah, next slide. Yes, doctors are scary still.
Doctors are scary. They're never not going to be scary.
I'm going to be honest. I think they were. Here's what I think happens. And this happens as back up and down as you go through your life.
Yep.
We talk about. I mean, I don't.
Are we on the up or the down
layers.
right now?
I don't want to peel back the layers of the show.
Peel back the foreskin.
But I don't know if people realize this, but we are two young, assigned male at birth people.
Yes.
Who make fun of people who are older than them.
Yeah.
But
that's
as you grow up
most of the show, isn't it? Making fun of old people.
Let's not be accused of
probably more than half the show. Yeah.
I think we figured out how to get cancelled.
Look, I was talking to Rosie about this. He's like, the line is constantly moving. So even if you make a joke that's okay now, in 10 years' time, it's going to be past the line. So I'm like, you know what? Get cancelled. Cancel me. Yeah. Anyway, the good news is old people will always be older than us.
Yeah, that's what it's going to be. So
they're always going to be there to make fun of.
The old people.
But there's still going to be people older than us.
Hopefully we won't be doing that show again.
Yeah.
Or we will, and we'll make fun of the young people.
It'll be called the comedy oldies.
Here's what I was going to say.
Yes.
When you're a kid, the doctor's scary, right?
Yes.
When you're a baby, the doctor's really scary.
Yes.
There's like an in-betweeny bit between each of those segments through your life.
Oh, I see where you're going.
Like, you stop thinking about the doctor as scary, or you don't go as much.
Yeah, you don't.
And therefore,
I feel like
I think you ignore it a bit.
I think there's really a stage kind of in like late primary school where you just don't go to the doctor because you've got immunity from stuff from being at primary school for so long.
Depending what kind of person you are through high school, you kind of do find the doctor not scary.
Yeah.
And also I think, it depends. Are you one of those kids who needs to go to the dentist? Like, at that point, the dentist replaced the doctor as the thing that was...
I think so.
An anxiety-inducing thing.
My thing with any medical thing, and it's with anything in life, it's just not knowing the system. And I feel like doctors just don't have the system.
This is all to say that I'm at a point in my life where the doctors become scary again for me.
Yep.
Just in that general thing of having to go to the doctor more and more for multiple reasons.
Yep.
Just realizing that I found that it's just never good, especially when you go to a doctor. I think we talked about this 2, 3 or 4 episodes ago of not knowing the system for sure.
Yeah, it's a system because you go there. One thing is part of the system is that you're going to get yelled at by the receptionist.
Oh,
for whatever
I had
reason.
A weird experience.
There's absolutely no way that you can actually do something correct with the doctor's receptionist.
This is what happened. Went to the doctor yesterday.
Yep.
Here was the ups and downs of going to the doctor yesterday.
Yeah.
I went in. And I was like, "Hey, how's it going? I have an appointment." Yes, and they went, "Oh, you're the person with a respiratory thing. You're gonna go in this room away from people." I'm like,
cool.
You should have entered the other way. I'm like, how am I supposed to do that?
No, when they say you should have done that, you're like, what do you mean?
When I called them, they said, "Oh, just tell us if you have a respiratory thing." I'm like, I actually was at that point thinking, and I went and going, I don't have that much of a respiratory thing. I was okay.
Yes.
Knowing both we're both coughing. Speak for a second.
Yes. Joshua is coughing.
Yeah, well, the point being that...
because we've been chain smoking.
Yeah, we were. That's what it is. Huffing massive doobies. Huffing?
Yeah, just be confident with it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Huffing various narcotics.
Yeah. But so that was the annoying part. And waiting for so long at the doctor is always the annoying part.
Oh, yeah.
And kind of an anxiety-inducing part.
Yeah, you can't do anything. You do that thing where you go on your phone, you go on the weather app, you close it down, you open email, you close it down, you go on the weather app, you close it down.
And then you go, and then on the way out, that lady who was very mad at me.
She's so nice afterwards.
No,
do you find that?
Lady, but just as nice. They were like, "Oh, that's so nice," and they were like, "You younger one."
They're always nice on the way out.
They're like, "Oh, no worries, Josh. Thank you so much for coming." And then I had a little laugh because they made me do. Last time I went to a different doctor, they made me manually do the Medicare card, Medicare thing, which was a nuts thing. I don't explain. How is that a thing still?
Yeah, I don't know. I tell you,
have you ever had to?
I went to a doctor who didn't take Medicare cards. What? I don't even think that's allowed. They're like, "Oh, so this consultation doesn't accept Medicare card."
That's a weird thing.
What do you mean?
This is what I mean. These weird things are like, what is this weird thing that you've just made me have to now consider?
This is my theory. Doctors are the wild, wild west. Right. They can charge whatever they want, make you wait however long they want, do anything because you can't go anywhere else.
And the other thing is...
you need their services.
Yeah, that's the thing. As you go up and down through your life, there are times when you need it more than others, right?
Yeah.
And I think you coming out of an eye exam and me going through my own stuff,
that's right.
We're both in a peak period of needing a doctor.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a bad time to be at the doctor.
I've had asthma. Rosie made me sick, made me sick, and then that
gave you asthma.
That triggered my asthma.
You didn't have asthma before that. You just got asthma.
Yeah, I developed it.
I think I have asthma now.
Maybe you do. I have figured out a way that solves 95% of my problems with the doctor.
Oh, really?
Because being an asthmatic for my whole life, most of the time if I go to the doctor, it's to get a renewal on a prescription.
Yeah, right.
I'm not sick. I've just run out of the drugs and I have to go and they redo it, right? I don't have to have asthma at the time. They just go, okay, yes, that's you. Bang on. Perfect. You got it.
Right.
Going in and waiting for fucking 3 hours for the doctor and getting abused by a receptionist and then having to go into that room and they say, how are you? And then you say good even though you're not good.
Even though you're not good. Why do they ask you how are you
I'm
going
at the
in?
doctor.
You're going to the doctor.
Not good.
Tell me one time when you go to the doctor and you're not feeling bad.
How are you? Good. Oh, sorry, boss. I shouldn't actually be here. I'm good.
Oh, shit. I forgot. I actually don't need to go here.
Thank you for reminding me. They should just start with, like, what can I do for you today? Anyway.
What can you do? Yeah, for sure.
I just needed a prescription done. So I'm booking my doctor online. I'm like, fuck, this is going to take all day.
And hasn't it great that you can now book
Booking online is amazing. You don't have to call the abusive receptionist.
I hate that there's not all doctors do it,
How good is Hot Dog?
Why are there not
Shout out
Hot Dogs?
Hot Dog.
Hot Dog.
It's the online
that's
booking
the thing
system.
I know, but you said Hot Dog and I thought of Hot Dog.
Shout out Hot Dogs.
I shout out Hot Dog. Shout out Hot Dog.
I was going on Hot Dog. Booked my spot and it's like, do you have any of these symptoms? It's like, do you have any of these symptoms? So it was like the COVID symptoms. Didn't have COVID, but I had all the symptoms, right?
Yeah.
Because I was sick. And it's like, you have to have a telehealth appointment. Why had I never thought of that before? It was amazing. You plug in, the doctor just calls you. I'm like, yo, boss, can I have a prescription? He's like, yeah, no dramas. Done. You can just go about your life. He rings you. You ask for a prescription.
I tell you what I hate.
Sends it to your phone.
I tell you what I hate though is the fact that Hot Dog is not with every single place.
No, it's not.
So the place that I go to the most doesn't do Hot Dog.
Oh, do they have any? Do they have their own bootleg system?
No, you have to call.
I don't want to call.
I don't want to call.
Because then they do that thing.
I hate it.
Are you free on the 17th of October at 3 p.m.? You say yes even though you don't know if you are or whatever.
Especially as someone who, a lot of people work 9 to 5. It's sometimes very hard to schedule that around.
Oh,
pain in the neck.
It's a pain. It's a pain in the ass.
I spoil peeling behind the layers again.
Yeah.
I had
but
to
peeling back the foreskin even further.
Move my shift 2 hours earlier. I started at 7.
Yep.
Which,
Me and the boys at work are actually talking about this today. We're like, we should start at 6 so then we can finish at 2. How good would that be?
Started at 7, finished at 3, but took an hour, so I finished a little earlier.
Yep.
Only to get it. And even then, I had to wait like 30 minutes in the friggin' waiting room.
Yeah.
I hate it.
And I'm convinced that I get sick at the doctor.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, you were coughing back there?
They put all the sick people in the one room.
Yeah.
Oh, once they didn't let me in. This was weird.
What?
When you have asthma, you cannot go to the doctor in COVID because they're like, oh, you have a cough, you have COVID. It's fucking asthma.
Right.
I had to wait in my car and they came out to the car park and did the exam in the car park. But there was no spots in the car park, so I was just parked on the side of the street and the doctor's like leaning through the window. That was absolutely bizarre.
That's weird.
But in conclusion,
doctors are still scary.
Very scary.
I'm just so relaxed.
I'm very relaxed as well.
I'm so relaxed.
Can you tell me something that you like to do when you're relaxed?
I tell you what I do when I'm relaxed, Jono.
What do you do when you're relaxed?
I go to the Spotify and the Apple iTunes podcast
tell
page.
Me more. You go to both the iTunes page. What the fuck is iTunes, my guy?
Apple Podcasts.
Apple Podcasts. You click that purple button.
On Windows, it's still iTunes.
Is it really?
Yeah, it is.
Do you know, I've been trying to download iTunes for like 4 weeks. It just doesn't work.
I downloaded it once and it will never leave my computer.
Can you listen to podcasts on iTunes on the computer?
I have no idea.
I cannot figure out how to do it.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think you can. But on your phone, you can.
But on your phone,
what else can you do? Yeah.
5-star us.
On what?
Apple Pods.
And
Spotify.
And while you're at Apple Pods, what else do you do?
Give us a comment.
Write a comment. We can't see them. But do it anyway.
We're sorry that this is a time. We should have timed this again. It was much better we were timing it.
No, I think it's relaxed.
No,
people like it. People won't even realize we're doing the mid-roll segment.
You know what I heard people say?
Yeah.
You should take a long time during these mid-rolls.
I like that. I tell you what else I heard people say.
What did they tell us?
Next slide. We need a backup plan, Joshua.
I don't know what's happening here. Yeah, we do.
We need a backup plan because, we're both employed at the moment.
We are.
Going strong, out there in the corporate world, doing our part,
I
right?
don't like it.
we're doing our part.
We are.
Doesn't matter if you like it or not.
It doesn't matter. No, it doesn't. You're right.
I'm
sure.
I'm loving it. If anyone's listening, I'm fucking McLovin it out here.
I mean, if there's anyone who, but they're not because they don't know who I am.
They don't care about you.
That's true.
But we're loving it, right? We're loving it. We're out there. But one day we might get cancelled.
We might.
And our careers will end. And we're going to have to start our own business.
Sure.
So that's what I wanted to put through, Joshua.
Sure. Okay.
If you and I, we're going out there. We're going at it. We're starting our business together. What are we doing? How are we doing it? What roles are we going to have? Let's nut this out.
I think I don't know about you, but there's one that we've talked about a lot.
Is that the restaurant?
It's the restaurant / food van.
All right.
I think that seems like a good idea.
Let's figure that, because all right, our options we could do. I think it's got to be food based.
It's got to be food based.
It's not going to be fucking.
And we can't do it. I don't think a restaurant fits because
restaurant doesn't fit.
It's too much.
It's nighttime and I go to bed at 10 o'clock.
It's true.
So I can't do that. Can't. That's too hard.
Let's just set up at Graceland.
Yeah. Oh, Graceland. Jesus Christ, mate. So I reckon it's either a cafe. We've mentioned Egg Boys before.
Egg Boys
is not bad.
Egg Boys isn't bad.
But the one that I've really been liking the sound of is the food van.
Food van.
J Sizzles. Is pretty good. Yeah.
Okay, J Sizzles is good. I got one. This pivots from our podcast.
Oh, okay. I like it.
So it could be J Sizzles or it could be Comedy Noms.
Comedy Noms. That's actually pretty good. All right, let's stick with Comedy Noms. What's on the menu?
I think it has to be like a small menu.
Yeah,
but all of them are plays off stuff there from the podcast.
Yeah,
but we don't ever relate to the fact that's what it's called.
It's just got to be. I reckon it has to be like outwardly funny, like almost cringe funny names for the stuff.
For sure.
Yeah. When people go, oh, it's comedy. Like, I don't know what it would be. Like the burger, something, your mama's burger.
Yeah, exactly.
Like really cringe jokes
or outdated memes.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great idea.
That's what the van would look like. Yeah. It would just be a bunch of different memes.
No, okay. Can the meme be, it's completely black in the middle of the van, but there's text at the top and the bottom?
Yeah,
so you know that, like, whatever the font is, that chunky, bold,
Impact.
white font.
It's called
Impact. That's the font that Comedy Noms is written in.
And can we have the laughing emoji underneath it?
Great idea, but it's like pixelated as all fuck because it's been sent through like
for sure.
9gag. Like,
and it
do you
has
remember 9gag?
iFunny?
yeah, that's right. iFunny.
You know what? Can we? I mean,
how did we end up along this track? This is phenomenal.
I feel like I just want to take a small moment. This is a slipping through my fingers and the future for sure.
I'm just chain smoking. Don't mind me.
Comedy about when back in the day.
Back in the day, yeah.
Memes
I like this. I like this. Memes were bad. But
I want like classic memes on one side.
It's got to be all. Oh fuck! This is good. Idea. Great idea. You know how like some fancy cafes and like sandwich shops, they have like the newspaper style like paper that they wrap like your food in?
Yeah.
Or we wrap it in like memes.
Yeah.
All right. So how we run the operation, right? Is it a 2-man show? Is it just us? Or do we have a helper?
We could have a helper, potentially.
Right. If it's just us, who's in the back? Who's in the back cooking the burgers?
I mean, are we a burger shop? Are we doing something different?
I feel like it's got to be burgers.
You reckon it's burgers?
Oh, maybe not. What would work?
What would be
Comedy Noms? Comedy Noms. We're really going vague with Comedy Noms.
Comedy Noms could be anything.
I just feel like you and me running a burger van
it's just works
so well.
It's got to be burgers.
Yeah, but I don't want to go for like those like fancy burgers.
No. I want like the burgers.
When you think of a burger,
smash burger,
exactly
smash
right.
Burgers.
Smash burger, and it's small enough that you can eat it. Like it's not like fucking 25 centimeters tall.
Right.
You can just eat it in 2 hands.
I want there to be like 3 types of smash burgers.
Yep.
And like a black bean burger. Or 2 black bean burgers.
I reckon half the menu has to be vegetarian.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's 50-50.
I reckon 50-50. That's right.
50-50. And I got to say,
are we going to have corn fritters? We have to sell corn fritters.
I fucking hate Yeah, we should.
Burger vans always do that thing where it'll be like, they always have a mushroom burger where the bread is the mushroom.
Oh, corn fritter burger.
Corn fritter burger. Instead of the mushroom burger. Because fuck the mushroom burger.
I've never been a big fan of the mushroom burger.
I like a mushroom burger if the like the patty has like mushroom through it, but it's still bread for buns. So many burger places.
Mushroom, though.
The mushroom is the bun. I don't want the mushroom as the bun.
Why do you want the mushroom?
No one wants the mushroom as the bun.
The mushroom.
No one's ordering a mushroom burger.
We're not even talking about that. You don't even like mushrooms. Since when are you getting around the mushroom burger?
Because sometimes you go, you know
Famously,
what?
Jono, sorry, have we mentioned this on the podcast?
I'm not a mushroom man.
Not a mushroom man.
I'm slowly introducing them into my diet.
He was a big bungus of the fungus.
Fungus of the fungus. I like that.
Of the fungus.
No, but a lot of the time, this is mainly like a couple of years ago.
Yeah, sure.
The only veg option at a burger place would be the mushroom burger. So you got to get used to it. I like that. We got to have the mushroom burger.
The unlikely burger.
Do we only sell burgers? I was going to say, do we only sell mushrooms?
Can I give you a hot take?
Yep.
I don't want to sell chips without burgers.
That's not a bad idea. What are you going for instead? Are you going like potato jams or waffle fries?
Oh.
Because that's pretty classy. I reckon we only do. Oh, I tell you what, this is controversial.
Okay.
I've just had a master stroke, similar to that, but not fried potato jams or whatever. Pommes frites.
Oh, pommes
frites! It's like a fresh potato.
Yes.
And we chop it up and then we pan fry it.
Oh.
And then we put a little bit of love and spice on the top of it.
I don't hate that.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
It's a little bit fancy.
That's a little fancy.
This is not fitting with the meme theme at all.
No, it isn't.
But fuck the theme, right?
I think here's the thing.
Yeah.
The theme is one thing.
Yeah.
And the food speaks for itself.
Just if you and I were two dingwits running a burger van, which for some reason just seems to make so much sense.
Can I say hypothetically, right?
Yeah.
Can I say hypothetically? This could be one of those things where we come back and we try and make a burger. We got to design the burger. Yeah, we do we both try and make a burger and we see
which one goes on the menu. But what do we
say? One thing. We'd have a chef who could judge it.
We do. Friend of the show.
True.
Almost. What counts as a friend of the show?
I think he's a friend of the show.
Friend of the comedians.
He hasn't been featured in story.
He did feature.
Not in voice.
Anyway, we digress. We digress. If we have to have 5 things on the menu, what are we putting on the menu?
We got some kind of smash burger.
Is it all burgers?
I don't know.
Or do we have something that's not... I'm not having a mac and cheese. I'm sorry.
Not a mac and cheese person.
I got sucked in when we were away in military. Rosie and I both fell for it and we both got mac and cheese.
Can I say something?
Satisfied.
Can I be honest?
Yep.
I've never been sat, and I'm gonna get hate from the Americans.
You're gonna cop flames.
Cop flames.
Yeah.
I've never been satisfied with mac and cheese.
Never in my life.
Never ever.
Does this happen to you? Probably once a year, I get this strong grip over me that just wants mac and cheese.
But did you grow up with mac and cheese in any form?
Not really, no.
Yeah, neither.
Yeah.
Okay, no, my mac and cheese, and you know this from...
The Easy Mac?
No, my mac and cheese... no, you know from going to school with me, I'd go to school, I'd have cold pasta with oil and Parmesan on it.
Yeah, zero nutritional content.
No, but it's a weird... but that was... I don't know why. Every once in a while...
Butter noodles is common. You know what? It wasn't
butter noodles, it was oil noodles.
Number 3 on the menu, olive oil noodles. All right, the last thing...
fried noodles.
Oh, that's good.
That could be that could be a chip thing.
I like that, actually.
Like baby noodles.
That's good.
Like fried,
that does not go with burgers, but this is good.
No, but it's just chip.
Different idea. One burger. Okay. 5 things on the menu. Each has a vegetarian alternative. You have a meat burger and a vegetarian burger.
Okay.
You have a meat noodles and a vegetarian noodles.
I don't know. This feels like we're going off the deep end.
I've got so many ideas.
What if we put a burger?
Okay, it's just a burger van.
It's a burger, but there's like a fried noodle. Like
the noodles is the bun.
No, that's also good. I've seen that before.
Yeah. I was gonna say, really? That's great. I
think that's that's a MasterChef thing, maybe.
That's
Someone's
cool.
going to correct me. Someone's
That's cool. Yeah.
King Mike, correct me.
I'm too lazy to Google, so King Mike.
No, here's my thing. No, I want you know how they do the cheese crisp?
Yeah,
I want that. I want like a fried noodle.
Oh, that's nice. I like that.
Crunchy boy.
The crunchy boy.
The crunchy boy.
All right, last thing we need to figure out. We touched on it before. Who's in the back? Who's on the cash register?
I mean,
I think I have to be on the cash register. I got to be on the cash register.
I can say one thing.
That's where I come alive when I'm on the cash register.
You know what would be the great name for thing?
Yeah.
We have like a couple. One thing is like a trio of small burgers.
Yep.
That you could try. You know what we call it?
What do we call it?
The next slide.
The next slide.
You know, they say, Jono, never meet your heroes.
Never meet your heroes.
I didn't meet any of my heroes.
I'm actually scared about meeting my heroes one day in case that happens to me.
I never met my heroes. But I met some people.
Apparently Andy Lee's a bit of an asshole in real life?
I think I could have told you that.
I know.
Now
I don't want to meet him because I don't want to know that.
No.
Yeah. Anyway.
Well,
did you meet your heroes?
No, this has nothing to do with that.
It's nothing to do with that.
Oh
okay.
no, well it is actually all to do with that.
Oh.
I've got two instances.
Okay.
Instances.
Incidences.
It's the nose thing.
Yes, it is.
Two instances of meeting people I knew from television. I'd like to tell you them both. Television.
Oh, television. Yep.
Television.
Yep.
You know television?
I do. There's one there.
That's a television.
It is a television.
It is a television. Two instances.
Yep.
I'd like to tell you them both. One of a good one and one that ended quite badly.
Okay. All right.
This is me being like, okay. So the first one, I'll tell you, went to PAX. I represented.
Can you tell me what the fuck PAX is?
Penny Arcade
This is what it looks like to me, right?
Go for it.
I'm going to get many people mad, but a whole bunch of people who have never been outside before in the one room. That's what every image looks to me.
PAX is a convention of.
What was it called? Penny Arcade
Expo.
What's a Penny Arcade?
Penny Arcade is the company that does it. They're like an old internet company.
Right.
They do they did like comics, and then they did stuff with D&D, and they've done stuff.
Yeah, okay, this is all checking out. Yeah.
They have like a bunch of them in America. Then they came to Australia.
Right.
But they have basically like they put on like a big. It's basically like a big like paid for party kind of, and you have to imagine it's kind of.
Is it like a Comic-Con?
It's a little Comic-Con-y.
Right.
In the sense that people will cosplay.
Is it like video games and stuff?
I'd lean more on the tech side and more on like the board game side.
Tech and board games.
So there are two. So what you want to imagine is there's there'll be a bunch of like events you can go to, like panels of like different people talking about different things.
Yeah.
And it could run the gamut of stuff to with gaming or cosplay or different nerd.
Right.
But basically, there's like a big expo room with a bunch of new games in it.
Okay.
There's games. There's
like games that haven't come out yet and stuff.
But there's also like technology in it. So you'll go there and there's like Dell will be there.
Okay.
Or like Microsoft will be there and Amazon will be there.
Microsoft will be there trialing their Surface.
All the different things.
18.
All those things. Less so laptops, but similar things where like it might be like headphone brands and like you go there, and that kind of thing. So there's lots of different stuff happening.
Okay. I see.
Esports, technology, and then there's another big
but people
warehouse
cosplay and stuff as well.
So they dress up as their favorite characters from everything.
I dress up as my favorite character, me.
You're your favorite. You're the main character in your own story.
I am my own main character.
You are your own main character.
I do feel like the main character
all
a
this
lot
to say
of the
that
time.
I find it's a nice, positive place to go to.
Good.
Very welcoming. Everyone's there. Everyone's there for a good time.
Yep.
And then it's just a nice place to go to.
Imagine if you went there for a bad time. You'd be disappointed by the sounds of it.
You wouldn't want to. It wouldn't be good.
You wouldn't want to go there for a bad time.
But I'll say this. You would never like it.
The comedians, you wouldn't want to listen for a bad time.
Oh, that's not that bad.
That's pretty good.
Let's put that one on the docket.
Yeah, I will put that on the docket.
Put that on the docket.
But I wouldn't like the Penny Arcade exhibition.
I just think like there's not much for you there.
I don't think there would be.
You might not. You wouldn't. I think you wouldn't mind like walking around looking at the tech side of things.
I don't like being in rooms with lots of people.
Well, you would hate this.
That's the main thing.
Lots of people.
I don't like people being behind me.
Yeah. Well, let's move away from the PAX. But the point was the PAX. There's a bunch of like main like things. So they do like a thing with some comedians in there. That's why I like it as well.
Yep.
Lots of stuff with comedians.
More chain smoking.
How
many darts have you done today?
Yeah, all
of them. Yeah.
But the thing is, like, you go there, and they have like one of those great debates, like in the comedy show.
Oh, okay.
So they have like a great debate, and there's lots of people there. I put a photo up on my Instagram, which is of me and the main singer from comedy band that I used to follow called. Oh my god, I forgot their name.
I don't know who it is, so I'm like, I can't.
Their name is.
But it was a singer from a comedy band.
Singer from a comedy band. They were a lovely person. They were in cosplay. Yep. We had a great time. I had a conversation. I told them I really like their stuff. And they do Twitch.
And they said, I really like your stuff as well. And
they said,
hang on a minute. What?
And they said, you're from Comedians, aren't you? I said, what?
Yes, I am.
And then that's how I made a
friend. And then they showed you the review on Spotify and then you...
I gave them a pineapple.
Yes, you did indeed.
I'm dying.
So were they one of your heroes?
I would not say so, but they were a nice person. One of those things where you're like, oh, I like that person and I respect them, and I would go up to say hi, and that's what PAX is all about to some degree. Like you see people that you know. King might saw a bunch of cosplays that he follows on Instagram. Did he meet
his heroes?
I'd say he met a bunch of his cosplay heroes, maybe.
Oh, very nice.
I don't want to speak for him.
Where does cosplay derive from?
I
know what it is, but like, what does the word mean?
Cosplay. That's a good question. I assume it has to do with like.
Because like play, I get like role play kind of thing. Yeah. Not role play, but like you're playing a character.
You're playing as a character.
Costume. I bet you that's what it is.
Probably.
Yeah, costume play. So I'm learning about
for sure.
I don't even know what you call it.
I have no idea.
Video game people culture. This is my introduction to the world.
All of this to say, here's the thing. That was a nice experience.
Yes.
To meet them, say hi. Wasn't for long. I'm too anxious about it.
So it's the segment, meet your heroes.
It's one of those things where you know those things where like you go to somewhere and you get really anxious because you're like, I don't really want to like bother them.
Oh mate, constantly
it's one of those things. I'll wait for someone to go up first, and then I'll sort of hang around and I'll go, hi, do you mind if we just get a photo that I like your stuff? They go, yeah, no, of course.
The best time that this happened, you and I were together. We went to see Luke Kidgel at his show. Go check him out. He's constantly doing forever. We met him at
former host of the podcast.
We met him afterwards for a photo, and then we went to the pub and he sat down on the table next to us.
Yeah.
And that was great. And then you could just have like a really normal chat.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the kind of thing. But
and then I met it. I think I told you. I haven't said it on the show. I met him in the urinal. And we were just waiting for the urinal together and complaining about how the wait was long and do we use the female bathroom or not. And we decided not to.
Yeah,
that's what we.
And
decided.
That's how you get cancelled.
Yeah. No, we didn't get cancelled because we didn't use it.
Sorry,
we
my bad.
Use it. Yeah, thank you. His show doesn't run anymore.
But he's a different experience.
Yes.
Take you back to 2019.
Yep.
Late 2019, pre-pandemic.
Yes.
A weird time.
Pre-COVID.
I was out with some friends. BC before COVID. That's a different BC to what people usually say.
That's what the kids these days are going to think.
I'm sure
BC,
it's the Zuma BC, isn't it?
Are we in AC at the moment?
We are in AC.
Or DC during COVID?
No, we're not.
We're MLAC, most likely after COVID.
I don't know. Every time I go home and I talk to my mum, she says there's COVID coming around the corner.
Apparently, it's like worse
COVID
than
cast.
it's been. Anyway,
it's not good. The amount of way we're coughing, who knows? People listening probably think we've got.
You're
COVID.
saying all of this to say.
Went out to a comedy night. Well, no, it was one of those times where when you go out with no specific direction.
Yes.
And you go have a couple of drinks with friends, and you just end up finding places.
Yes.
I did this one night, and I found myself coming up to a new material night.
Okay.
It was nice.
Yep.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly bring up a photo of the person I met.
Okay. All right.
So
interesting.
So you keep talking for a second.
Yeah. Where were you when you met this person?
Went to this cafe, this place where there was a new material night.
Yep.
It was like lots of new people doing stand up. One person I met looked familiar to me. You do those things where you go, you look familiar to me. I don't know where you know.
All right, you got it.
I don't want to say their name yet.
Okay,
but I'm going to quickly grab them now.
You found out who it was.
Well, here it is.
Afterwards,
I knew who they were, and it's one of those people who hold on. Oh, this is so bad. Sorry, one sec.
Do you reckon I will know who they are?
No, but I'm gonna. I reckon there's a 20% chance.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm not gonna say them my name because I was one of those things where like I looked at them and they were coming up and I was like, there's people you go, oh wow, I wonder if like they would be the kind of people that would be interested in doing stuff with you.
Yep.
And you
is this the one that happened a while ago?
They meet up late ago.
Yeah.
Turns out. They went all nuts at COVID and were anti-COVID. And then
really?
They led a protest.
Wow.
And then can
I see this photo?
Here you go. Here's a photo of them. You might have seen them in some Australian stuff.
It does look familiar,
kind of
but
guy,
I wouldn't know the name. Yeah,
people would know him as like the cop from Nowhere Boys on ABC 3.
Right.
But what I'm trying to say.
So you met him at PAX?
No, I didn't.
What's going on? Right.
Yeah. Pointers.
Yep.
Sometimes people.
He was one of your heroes that you met.
Well, no, they're people that you grew up watching as a kid.
Yeah.
And you go, they seem like nice people.
Pete Evans from My Kitchen Rules.
Yeah,
he's gone AWOL.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Rex Orange County, all these people doing all sorts of things.
Weird.
So is that the message to the people, Joshua?
The message is...
Two different messages. PAX is good and Your heroes can sometimes not all be
people that you grew up watching as a child are not always good people.
They're not always good people.
And really, that's probably on you for expecting them to be good people.
Well, I think they come up with this illusion that they're good. They sell it to you. They sell it to you.
Yeah, they
sell
it to you as they're good.
I'll tell you what else I'll sell to you.
The next slide.
If this rain keeps going, I don't know if we'll still be alive. But that was episode 45. 35? That was 10 episodes ago, my friend. We need the moron math sting right now. That's what we need. Episode 45.
Of the Comedians.
That's right. Coming in hot with a segment from Mr. Michael Rolls. Mr. Rollsy Rolls.
That was lovely.
The paint swatch game. Don't know if that's how he intended it to be played, but we found out.
That wasn't that bad.
Some wonderful names from paint swatches.
Sure. We found out that going to the doctor is still scary.
Going to the doctor
confusing as well.
Is terrifying. And we also found that running your business is confusing, but we've got some ideas. We're going to start a burger van. If you see a burger van at your local farmer's market, look out for two little dickwits because it's probably us running the Comedians.
That's true, Comedians. And finally, Jono, I talked a little bit about my PAX story, and I talked a little about meeting people that you met on television in real life. Sometimes it goes well. Sometimes they're anti-COVID. It doesn't go. Idiots.
They pull a Pete Evans on you.
They pull a Pete Evans on you.
And you don't want someone to pull a Pete Evans on you.
Jono, I don't want to interrupt you.
Yes.
I hear something.
Are you hearing a flawlessly panelled show? Is that what you're hearing?
He's a little excited because he's on the buttons again.
He's on the buttons again. Come home. Anyway, goodbye.